Okay, hi everybody. I had a request to make a tutorial on how I make memes, what program I use, and I wanted to outline some features of the program that I use, so hopefully this will inspire you guys to try it. It is very easy. Anybody can do it. Okay, so the program I use is called Canva.com, Canva.com. It also has an app that you can use on your phone. I have a Galaxy. I'm pretty sure it works on an iPhone as well. So let's get started. It's a free program. I pay for the professional because I have I interchange memes with my team, and we share content. So I have a paid version of this, but it works the same way for the free version. So let me show you while this has already got font up. Up here at the top, it has the different font styles. I don't think that there's any other better app for an assortment of clear fonts that are great for memes and any kind of graphics that you want to make. I'll just show a couple. When I'm making content that has a lot of words in it, you always got to make sure that your font is bold and thick, so it shows up better. You can change the size. Okay, then here, these lines shows you, there you go, however you want to do it. And then you could add spaces if you want to change it up, make it custom. It all depends. I prefer to just do, sometimes I'll do like the caption up here, then I'll go to upload, put a photo, you can crop it, and then you can kind of frame the image around the text. Okay, let me show you what I prefer to do. Up here in elements on the far left, and then layouts. My preference, I love this layout the best. Now, not all of these are free. Like this one, you scroll down. Some of these have a little $sign. I like to keep them free. Let's see. Okay, so I have to make some memes for our newsletter anyway, so I'm just gonna do my thing here. Okay, when I make content, I like to make news memes about whether videos or articles that are important to share. So let me pick one. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll take the title, copy and paste it, and they have pre-settings, but you don't have to use these. So you can, if you say you wanted to delete this whole thing right here, all of this and this, you come up to the top right corner, it says delete. It says delete element. If you want to delete element, click delete element. If you want to delete the whole thing, delete group. And then if you made a mistake, up here on the top left, hit undo, and it comes back. If you want to hit undo twice, and there you go. Normally, I don't use the presettings. If I see a presetting and I like the font, I'll just look at what the font is, delete it, delete the whole group. And then to create original text, it's on the far left, the T. There's some presettings if you want to just pick some of these. I haven't used any that are the paid, but like I said, it's up to you. Okay, then you click, this just sizes. Okay, paste, make it larger. I like to use this font for a header. Normally, if it's a title, I'll make it in caps to distinguish from the rest of the meme. It's all about balance, finding fonts that work well together. Okay, so here we go. We have the caption. Then I always source it. I tell people who it's from, the date. Now, obviously not all memes are like these, but I'm just showing you one example. Normally, let me take this out. Okay, and then say if you wanted to copy the same thing over again, sometimes I do it just to make it more convenient. Instead of clicking the text button on the far left, copy, then it copies the same thing because I wanted to use the same font. So paste. Normally I'll do, see here, I'll do the name a little smaller. And I'll put article by Jack Perry. One important thing, especially if you're doing your own original memes, it is very important, in my perspective, to tag it in some way to show people who's creating this content. It gives it its validity, because your credibility is the validity of your work. So I always put my name on it, whether a handle. Like sometimes, here, let me show you. Sometimes you'll see memes that say at, and then, I'll just make up a name, at Cupcake. And then they'll put it here. Let me change the color so you can see it. Cupcake. We'll do a funny one. Okay. See if the words are too close together. I'll go to spacing. And this is the line height. So if I have multiple lines and I wanted to separate them farther, I would use the line height. But if I'm separating the letters, it's the top one here. And go slowly, because here we go. Okay, so you see how that spaces out in between the letters. This is what I call a handle, or forget what other people call it, where they mark their work. You could do this, or you could do what I do and just put it up at the top. Or I like people to know where this content's coming from, because you're not doing it, or you may just be doing it for fun. But I do this, to help the movement, to help share these voices. So it's good to know where it came from. Okay, August 20th. Okay. Okay, and when you grab something, you click just below it where you see the 4 arrows, and you can move it. You have to hold your mouse down when you drag it. Okay. See how this is somewhat uneven and it seems to not be centering it correctly. So what I'm going to do is take this black bar and pull it down a little bit, and then make these a little larger to make them right in the center. There we go. There we go. Okay, then let me read this for a second. Okay. Now, part of what I do, I don't make funny memes as much anymore. I like making the content. So my only goal is to just share what they're already saying, so I don't have to control their narrative. I just create this to share their work. So I'm quoting them, and I put quotations. It definitely needs to be bolder. Okay, for the font like this, I like to use something that's clear so people can read it. It might be a little too much to fit in there. I think it'll be okay. Actually, okay, I got an idea. Okay, this is their photo. So I'm going to save it. Okay, we'll show you how to upload. Upload image. Okay. Okay, and then here it is. Okay, so say if you have a presetting and your image just doesn't look right, you can click on it, click on the image, the top left corner, resize it, whatever shape you want. Let's try one, let's see how, this is very long, so we'll try it like that, maybe a little smaller. Okay, and then we can move this up here, and then you just pull it into the thing. Let's say undo. Try to show you again. Just grab it and throw it in there. Perfect. Okay. So let me center this a little better. I think that's a little bit too. Let's see. You can just try different fonts. There we go. That's all it takes. Let me show you some of the other features here. You could change background color. You could do, all these are free. Okay, searching images. So say I wanted to look up American flag. It'll show me several options. Most of them are paid, especially when you look up the images. But there's a lot of free ones. Okay. So to put something on the background image, I would say this, we could flip the flag and then it would be if you wanted to, let's see, delete. Let me delete this. Okay, let's say you have an image that's on top. You want to put it all the way in the back. You hit back, back, back. As many, there's different items on your screen, so there's lots of different fonts. So when you hit back, you have to hit back for every single one. Okay, and then you can still enlarge it. Okay, but see what just happened? Let me hit undo. Sometimes when you have an image and you have an element here, you have a grouping. You see you have a grouping. If you drag an image over it, it'll swoop it into there. So just hit undo. Okay, let me delete the flag here. Okay. Just make sure your font's centered. Let's do a different kind of... okay, then to save it, you hit download, download, and choose what kind of file you want to save it as. Then it should come up here on your screen saying that it's downloading. It also has buttons where you can automatically save it to both. I don't like connecting my Facebook and Twitter to anything really, because when say if you join Canva with your Facebook page or with your Twitter, and then say if they censor you, then you'll lose that account. And I don't want you to do that. So always create these type of things using an email address rather than connecting it to your account, because then you'll have trouble accessing it. Okay, let's go. Let's look at the different kinds of graphics that you can do. Okay, presentation, Facebook cover, Instagram post, logo, letterhead, Twitter banner. Hit more, and then there's just so many. And these are pre-made layouts that you can change and make it however you want, custom. Let's try this one. Let's try another one. I don't know what these are. These are just, I say random links all the time. Oh, let's see. Let me look up something else. Okay, that should be good. Okay, this one is already has an image in the background. Let's see. Okay, this is their image, so let's just use that. You just swoop it in there. See, and there he goes. Undo and then redo. And then redo. If you want to change the color of the preset font, preset color, you can do, let's see, you need to change color. Okay, with this, I'm pretty sure this is when when you have an image from a layout that's orange, I don't think it'll let you change to a different color because it's a presetting. Not all of their presettings can be changed. But let's see. Okay, this is not going to be a real meme, so I'm just going to put content in there. And so you can see what it looks like. Okay, you copy, paste. Here you go. And then you can stretch it out, make it smaller. It's obviously too small to read, but let's try it and then say, okay, that's not working. Let's try something else. Replace all your work from that previous meme. Once you changed layouts, will change. So you'll have to do it again. But I mean, it's just a meme. It doesn't really take that long. If it needs to be changed, then, you know. It even shows you where it's centered. Let me see any other features on here. Okay, elements, free photos. You can search in here. Cherry. Illustrations. I mean, they're pretty cool graphics. Now, the app does not have, the phone app does not have all these images. It has some, but not as much as the laptop version. So, you know, when I'm working on memes, I really make them using the computer unless I am not near the computer. Okay, so to put this in the image on the back, okay, there you go. It just did it automatically. Say if you wanted to, you wanted to use this photo, but you need to put something behind it so you can see it better. Let me change the photo because that's going to be really hard to see no matter what. Okay, to delete that photo, double click it, delete. Okay. That's hard to see too. Here we go. Okay, so let's go to elements. Close that. Yeah, to click it, to close it, you click it again. Click it a second time. We have lines. If you need to underline something. Lots of different choices. Close it again. There's icons. Charts. I mean, the graphics here are just really good graphics. I'll probably spend about $20 a month just on buying the graphics because it's worth it. Okay. I mean, there's other features that I don't use, like professional print. You can order them. You can hit show team and share your images with your team, make them public. If you hit back at the Canva, the top left corner, it'll take you back and it'll show you all your previous work, and you can, this is pretty good for me. I can go back and just save content and then re-download it if I need it. Okay, I hope this was informative. If you have any other questions, just let me know.